Hello friends, we are bigdatahandson.com. Our website bigdatahandson.com. You can visit our website. Today is eighth session on artificial intelligence and sixth session on Python. Okay, this is our website. If you have any doubts, you can message it in this number 978-988-424, or you can send email in this email address. Our YouTube channel is bigdatahandson.com. All the videos will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. So this is our YouTube channel. You can see the uploaded videos. Some parts need to be uploaded. Will be uploaded as soon as possible. Okay. So we'll continue today's session. So let me start Visual Studio Code. So today we'll see the remaining sequence data type that are sets and dictionaries. Okay. So before that, we know that who visited yesterday's session, they know what problem we faced yesterday on the reversing the list, the original list, right? We faced the problem no here. So what mistake I have done, that is here, uh, actually we are incrementing it using I. That's what the problem is, because we no need to increment by I. Why? Because always we need to take the last element and put the last element in the first or second place, whatever. Let's say 77 years, no, I will take the 77 and put the 77 in the first place. Okay, then I will take 65 place in second place. Then I will take, because it is updating, no, the list is updating, then the elements will be in the last, will come in the last. So we can say uh, ln of li minus 1. Okay, if that is I is equal to 0, I the same itself. Okay, I have written it in this file. So here, okay, so this is the thing we need to do. It will reverse the list. So or simply we can say, we know that no, we have reversed a string, like the same way we can reverse a list also. Okay, I'm just running this. So you can see the output. First it is reversed. After reversing, again I am reversing on a different method using this the string slicing, no. So we can reverse it. Okay, so now we'll see uh, sets. Okay, sets is a uh, sequence data type in Python, and set has some different what to say, different like sets not allowed the duplicate values, and it's not allowed indexing. Indexing concept is not available in sets. Okay, and it is using a method called hashing. Okay, that's why if you print the set, no, uh, every time it will not come the same as the value we are given. Okay, it will randomly pick the values and print it. That's it. To create a set, no, just put the variable name equal to For set we have a delimiter. So like the list we have square brackets, tuple we have brackets, string we have quotes, right? The same way for sets we have curly brackets. Okay, curly bracket is for sets. In the sets, sorry, in the inside the curly brackets you can give some any values, any type of values separated by comma. Okay, this is the type of, sorry, set. Okay, so now I just printing the set. So remember the sequence that I am giving the values. See the output, it will be different. The sequence will be different on the output. See here, it is different from what I'm given here, no, what I given. So that's what actually the set will not allow the indexing. If I say yes brackets 0, it will throw an error. It is throwing an error, no, set object is not subscriptable, so it's not allowing the indexing. Okay, and one more thing, set will not allow duplicate values. Let's say I'm adding another value 10. Okay, we are having two tens in this set. If I print sorry, if I print the set, no, there will be only one 10. See, only 110. So set will not allow duplicate values. Okay, so now let's see some functions in a set. Okay, these are the functions available for uh, set. Okay, so let's see the add function. The add function, the name itself, we can identify it will add an element on the set. Okay, let's say 20, it will add the 20 on our set. Okay, so 20 is added now. 20 is added. Okay, add method will only add one element. Okay, if you want to add multiple elements, wait, if you want to add multiple elements, we have for that we have a function called update. Okay, update is a function in set which will add multiple values. Like in list we have done before, extend, no, list dot extend what will do, it will add multiple values. So here in the extend we are we give the value like in lists only, no, like this 10 comma 20 comma 30, right? Right, we have seen the extend function like that. For set we have update function. In update we need to give like the set itself. Okay, like this 30, 40, 50, like that. Okay, this is the difference between extend and update. We'll give as a list in extend, in update we'll give as a set. Okay, uh, okay, so the 30, 40, 50 is added now because it has no it is randomly picking, no, so that's why the sequence is not the same every time I print. Okay, okay, now let's see other functions. Okay, what we have a remove function. So the name itself we can identify, it will remove an element. Like the function in list li dot remove, the same the same function is the remove in set also. It will remove a value, of course. So I want to remove 40. from the set. Okay, so it will remove the 40 from the set. Okay, what if the value doesn't exist? What if the value doesn't exist in the set? It will throw a error. So let's say 90. 90 is present in the set. No, it's not presented in the set. So the remove function will throw an error. Will throw an error, right? So to overcome the error, we have another function called discard. Discard function will remove the element, the same what the remove function is doing now. The same the discard function will do, but remove function will throw an error if the value doesn't exist in the set. Okay, but discard doesn't throw an error. Let me just comment this line and run this code. So 90 is not available in the set, but it's not giving an error. Okay, it's not throwing the error. Right. Okay, so let's see another function called pop. Pop function, it doesn't take any parameters. It will just remove a value, no matter how it is. It can be any values. Just pop means it will remove one element from the uh, set. If I say s dot pop another time, it's just removing the first element. So now it is removing the mon- first element. Okay, so the false is gone and now true is gone. It's just remove one element in the first version. Okay, now let's see another functions. uh, what we have clear copy. So clear means that's it, that it will create clear all the elements. It will remove all the elements, but it will give you empty set. Okay, so it is giving me empty set. And now let's see, because we are already studied in higher secondary the sets. No, sets means intersection, union, difference. We have already seen in what higher secondary schools. The same concept you can apply here also. Let me take two different sets here. Okay, 50 false and 70 90. Okay, so we have two sets, s and s2. So to find the union, that is s dot union, union function, uh, union union of s2. Okay, s dot union of s2, it will give you the union set of the two sets. Union means it will have both the first set of values and second set of values. But if you have an duplicate values, like in set 1 we have 10 and set 2 also we have 10, it don't have two tens on the result, only have 110 in the result. Okay, Okay, and then what function we have? We have intersection. S dot intersection, intersection of S2. Okay, intersection will only give you the elements that are present in both the sets. The false and 10, these two elements are present in the S1 and also the S2 set also. Okay, so that's the intersection will do. And the next one is dot difference. So in difference, you need to be careful because it will give you different values. Let's say I'm what the set I'm giving the first, no, it will take the first set of values only. What the different will do, it will remove the common elements, that is 10 false, and it will give you the elements that are in the first set, true 45.6, 78, 78, that's it. Okay, it will remove the what the common elements, and it will give you the elements of first set, not the second set. If you have the second set in the first set, like s2 dot difference, no, it will give different result. It will consist of second element, sorry, second set of elements. Here, see, 40, 50, 90, 70 is the values present in the second list, second set. Okay, now we have another function, s dot symmetric difference. Symmetric difference is a different from difference function, because symmetric difference uh, will give you the values that are not common values. Means it will ignore the common values, that is 10 false, and it will have the values in both set 1 and set 2, but difference will have only the values in the first set of values, first set of values. But symmetric difference will have both first set and second set. Okay, so here's the result. Okay, now let's say I want to remove multiple elements from the set. Okay, discard or remove will only remove one element from the set. If we want to remove multiple elements, what we can do is we can difference update it. Means, or else you can simply say s minus equal to any set, any set, like what the values I need to remove. Let's say I want to remove 40 and 50 from the set, right? So it will remove the, sorry, it is I'm just clearing it now. Just comment these two lines. So it is removing, so here 40 and 50 is presented, now it is removed. So this way you can remove multiple values, or we can add multiple values using the expression also, plus equal to some set. Okay, some values like 90, 100 we can add. Okay, oh, it's not available, huh? Actually have some functions in it, like difference update, difference update, We have four more functions also. That is difference update, intersection update, is dot intersection update also, and we have union update. No, union update. No, semantic difference update. Okay. So this is what the functions on the, this is the set all the operations we have done. So now let's move on to the next
Hi, Irfan.
sequence data type. Yeah.
Hi, Irfan. Good morning. So I have
Yeah.
a question.
Morning.
So when you are removing this value using the pop function in the line
Mm.
24, like s dot pop, that function you are using, right? So
Yeah.
here, so you said that if you have a list and you print the value of the list, then different time different orders will appear because it doesn't have subscripting or indexing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if different values come at different time and you run this operation different time s dot pop, so it will remove
Mm.
different values different time, right? Like the first value will be different time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The first, because the pop only remove the first value, but the first value can be it can be changeable, like, right, because the set is not the same. It will change.
Yeah, so basically in the set that you have defined here, so there are 10 false, true, these values are there. So maybe in one iteration 10 is the first value, second time when you print the set maybe 45 is the first value. So if you run s dot pop, then sometimes it will remove 10, sometimes it will remove 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that can be a problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I think for that maybe we have a sequence called frozen set also.
okay.
I will tell you that also. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. We have called frozen sets. That means the frozen sets means frozen. It will not change. We have that kind of sequence also. Okay. So we'll see dictionary now. Okay. So this is the last sequence data type, a dictionary. So dictionary
So
is a
now
method
using
of,
Visual Code, sir.
yeah, Visual Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code. Okay, okay. Sometimes you are changing editors. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So dictionary is a method which will combine a key and a value. Okay. It will have key and value instead of index. Okay. So we don't have indexing concept in set, but we have indexing in dictionary on the form of what, key. Okay. Now key is the index, okay, of the value. We can say to access the value we need to give the key. Okay. Then only it will give you the value. Okay. So to create a dictionary, for example, D equal to the delimiter for dictionary is the same as in the set, right? What, the curly brackets. Okay. The curly brackets, what we need to give is, we need to give a key colon value in this syntax. In this syntax we need to give all the values. Okay. Let's say a key can be anything, the value can be anything, remember that. Okay. Let's say 101 is the key. Okay. 101 colon, now we can give a value, for it can be 90, it can be 45.6, or it can be a list also, 10 comma 20 comma 30, like this. Okay. It can be anything, or let's say the key can be anything, like a string
So,
marks.
sir, here 101 is the serial code or some
Key
number, sir?
101 is the number, just a number I'm just giving.
Just we can use the employee code like that, no?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So here I'm using a string as a key. Okay, the values like 85, 68, 75, like this we can give. Okay, it can be anything, the key can be anything or the values can be anything, like say SNO, student number, you can say 101. Okay, now let's print the set, sorry, dictionary. So the dictionary is came like this. So here we don't have indexing concept, but we have key value pair concept. So what that mean is you need to give inside the brackets we have given the index values, but now we need to give the key value 101. So it will give me the value for 101. Okay, here it is giving na. Wait. So for example, another example d of marks, right? It will give me the marks, a list. Now this will become a list. So if this is a list, can we access the functions of list? For example, sort. Yes, we can, right? Because this will become a list. Okay, because it's having the list uh, value, no. So this will become a list. So we can call the functions of the list. Okay, just sorting first and then printing the values. So now it is sorted. Okay, so we can access the values through the key. Okay, if you give uh, some other values like d of 0, if this 0, this is a key. Okay, if this key is not available in the dictionary, it will throw a key error. So it is throwing key error. Okay, so let's see some functions uh, on the dictionary. So these are the functions of dictionary. Okay, now let's see one by one. First we'll see for adding a value, to add a new value in dictionary, that can be two methods. Okay, using two methods you can add a value, key value pair in dictionary. One way is using like this, d of some key value. Okay, some key value like let's say name. Okay, this is a key. To give the value for the key, because the key doesn't exist, I'm creating a new key value pair. Okay, so d of key, this is the key. To give the value for the key, that is equal to in this name. Okay, all right, it will add this value in the dictionary. So now the name Muhammad Irfan is added. Okay, another way is using a function called set default. Set default function, like it will add this key value. For this key value, for example 102. Okay, if the 102 is not available in the dictionary, it will create a new value. If that available in the dictionary, it will update the value. Okay, remember that. The same this also will do. If the key is available in the dictionary already, then it will update the value only. Okay, so for example, so now one or two Khalil is added. Okay, so the set default and this method will add only one values. But let's say I want to add multiple key value pairs. What we can do is we can use a function called update, the same function in the what set. No, we have seen the update function in set, right? Like the same way we have a function for dictionary update. In this you need to give us a dictionary 103. Sorry, I'm just putting not printed. Okay, now these two values is added. Okay, this updated, the dictionary is updated. Now let's see some other functions. Get, uh, maybe not get. First we'll see for removing a value like pop. Okay, like pop. Pop will take one parameter in this dictionary pop. Okay, not the pop in set. In the set, pop will remove the first element, but in the dictionary pop will remove the value of this key. So now you can see the 101 key and value is removed. Okay, so here in the pop function you need to give the key value. And we have another called pop item. Pop item is like pop in set. Okay, sorry, D, the pop in set. In the set, pop function will remove first element. The dictionary pop item will remove the last element. You can see here, this is removed from here. No, so the pop item will remove the last element, but in the set the pop function will remove the first element. Okay, now let's see another function called d dot keys. Keys means it will give the available keys in the dictionary. These are the
Imran,
keys available in,
in
yeah.
list the pop also removes the last element, right? Not the first.
No, it is the last element is removed. Actually the pop item is removing the value.
Okay, now I'm not talking about this. In the list data type, it removes last or first.
List data type or set?
List.
List. Okay, for list, no, list we have an indexing concept, right?
Okay,
If you
we have to
say for
specify
example list dot pop, in the list function
yeah
in the pop we need to give the index value, not
index
the
value.
key.
Okay. Yeah.
Index value, for example 1, like 2, the index values.
So
But
without
in the
index, it won't
dictionary,
work. Uh,
no, it won't work.
okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
Okay, so these are the keys available in the dictionary. Okay, only the keys. Okay, if you want to only the values, we can say d dot values. It will give you only the values. Okay, this is the values available in the dictionary. Okay, if you want the both, you can say key dot items. This function will give you as a list, and inside a list we have a tuple. Okay, inside the tuple we have key and a value. Okay, so a list is has, and inside the list we have tuples. Inside the tuple we have two values, one is key and another one is the corresponding the value. Okay, to iterate the dictionary, no, using for loop, how we can do that? By simply you can say for, let's say it has two
Hey,
values,
Irfan.
no, key comma, yeah.
Yeah, so if you are using print d dot keys, then it is showing the keys of that dictionary, and values
Yeah,
is showing the values. But I'm confused what items are showing. They will also show the values or the keys in the dictionary.
no, it will both it will show both key and value. To iterate, no, iterate through for loop, we
Okay.
can use the d dot items function, because it is giving the values as a list, and also in the list we have tuple. Okay, so
Yes.
in the tuple we have an expression like a comma b, it
Hmm.
is equal to a tuple in value 10 comma 20. Okay, now what will happen, it will assign the 10 to a and 20 to b. Okay,
Okay.
so compare this with this. Okay, I'm having key comma value here. What will happen in this two values? So marks will assign to key, and this list will assign to value. Okay,
Hmm.
this is the use of the d dot items function.
Okay.
Getting a
Yeah. Can you explain once more? I did not get completely actually.
okay.
This. Yeah.
So uh, in this list, no, we have two values, key
Yes.
and value, as a
Okay.
tuple. Okay, to
Okay.
extract the value from the tuple, we can use this expression a comma b equal to 10 comma 20. That means 10 value will assign a,
Hmm.
20 value will be assigned to b. So the same way, the SNO, the key, will assign to key parameter, and 101, this value will assign to value parameter.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
okay. So to iterate the dictionary, we can use this the function d dot items. Now I can print, because you cannot directly extract the values from the dictionary. You cannot say like key comma value in d. No, that will not work actually. Okay, that's why we have this function called items to extract the values. Okay, extract the keys, or if you want the values, or if you want both key and value, we have the functions. You cannot directly extract the keys or values from the dictionary. Okay, so here the key and the value is coming now. So the key is stored in key variable, the value is stored in value variable. Okay, so this how now you can extract the values from the dictionary. And the other functions, the clear name itself you can find, it will just remove all the elements except the dictionary. It will give you the empty dictionary. Okay, it is giving me an empty dictionary. Now let's see some problem statements. Okay, so yesterday I have shown a problem. For example, if you have a string, and in that string or any iterable, okay, in that iterable we have the values. We need to count the values. Okay, how many times, let's say, the character is occurring on this string. Okay, let's say for example s equal to let's say good morning. Okay, in this string, uh, we need to print the value and the count of this value, how many times it occurs. Okay, so for that we have done yesterday, like for ch in, yes, and we printed the ch and the count of the ch is dot count of ch, right? Is what we done. Now let's print, run this code. Now see what it's giving me. G1 O three times, O three times. So this is the problem here. Okay, because we have O three times. Okay, but it is printed three times also. Okay, that's the problem. We need to print one time. Okay, only one time. Like printing O is occurring three times. That's it. Okay, to do that we have various methods to do this. I will show you two examples. One is using by set, and another example with using dictionary. Okay, these two things. So let's see the first. We'll see uh, using set. So we have this string. First one, what we need to do is we need to convert that ch, sorry, s2, let's say characters. Okay, we need unique characters, right? If we have the unique characters, that means we can print unique elements, right? To extract the unique elements from the string, we can just say, if you created these characters, right, every characters, if you created as a set, that means the set will not allow what, duplicate values, right? So the set will give you only unique values. So we can say like this, set of, yes, that's it. It will give you unique elements in the string. Okay, that's the characters, unique characters. So now we can iterate through this, the same two lines here. Not in yes, not in yes, that is characters here. Sorry, characters. Okay, actually it is printed. Just put a line between them. So here you can see some unique values. Okay, so because set actually will give you random values every time, so that's why the values are not formed. Okay, so now let's see in this problem using a dictionary. So let's create a dictionary. I'm going to create an empty dictionary. Okay, using this function you can create. For set we have set, for dictionary we have dict, for list we have list, and the same way for tuple we have tuple, for str we have str. These are the functions to for the sequence. Okay, so now we are creating an empty dictionary. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a key as the character. Okay, key is the character. Let's say G. Okay, G is the character. Now the value will be the occurrences, how many times it occurs. Okay, like this we are going to create. Like o we have three times, right? And now d, d we have one time. Okay, so this how we are going to create the dictionary. Okay, so for that what we can do is just iterate through the string for ch in yes, and we need to check whether, okay, wait, I just forgot one very important function in the dictionary. that that function I will use here. Okay, I will explain it here. The function is d dot get, d dot get function. So we know that we can access the value using key by this expression. No, by this expression we can access. Okay, what if the key doesn't exist in the dictionary? If the key doesn't exist in the dictionary, it will throw an error. It will throw a error, this line. Okay, key error. So to overcome this we have the function called a get function. This get function, the same will give you the value, but if the value doesn't exist it will give some messages. You can give the messages like key doesn't exist. uh, so 101 is available. Okay, actually it is cleared. That's why the message is showing here, because we are clearing the dictionary. Now that is empty dictionary. In the empty dictionary is we have the key 101? No, we don't have. Then it will give you this message or whatever the value, like 0 or 1. You can change the values. Okay, so using that function only we are going to do here. So what we are going to do is d of ch. Okay, d of ch. So in first we don't have the character. Okay, in the dictionary. So we need to create. We can create it by using what we I shown you two methods, right? To create a new key value pair using set default function, or you can use this type of method. Okay, so we are going to use this method. Okay, d of key is the character, you know that g is the character now. Okay, and now if the key already exists in the dictionary, what we need to do, we need to update the count. Okay, update the count. Just iterate through these characters. Now g is came. Okay, g doesn't exist in the dictionary. If that is doesn't exist in the dictionary, create a value with default value 1. Okay, now o is coming. O in the new, it will create o colon 1. Okay, another time if the o is come, then it will update the value, increment by 1, then it will become 2. If the again o will come, then it will become 3. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Now we need to get the value. Okay, we are going to use dot get function. Okay, get of the key. Okay, get of the key is the g. If what it will do, get function will give the value if that key exists in the dictionary. What if it doesn't exist in the dictionary? Then we can give some values, right? I'm going to give as a 0. Why is because I will increment it by 1 here. Okay, if that is doesn't exist in the dictionary, yeah, the key, then it will give me what? 0. Then I'm incrementing by 1. Then what will happen? D of g equal to 1. So it will create a new key value pair. That's what we are going to do here. That's it. Okay, now let's print the value for key comma value in d dot items. Print key and the value. Okay, what happens? Built-in function or method. Sorry, we forgot to put the brackets. Okay, now this is the result of by using dictionary. This is the result of by using set. Okay, so now we'll end up in this session. Any doubts you can ask now. Okay, any doubts? Not this one.
Hi, Irfan.
Yeah,
So I have a doubt. So there is something called dot pkl functions in Python.
dot
Pkl.
dot
Yeah.
pkl.
Yeah. Pickle. So do
Pickle,
you know?
no, no, no. Pickle is a, library actually. Pickle
Okay.
is used to store a object in a file. For example, you have this dictionary. Okay, you have
Okay.
this dictionary. You want to store this dictionary. Okay, somewhere.
Okay.
Then this is an object of dictionary. So this object can be stored by the pickle library. We have the library like we can import here. Import pickle. So
Okay.
pickle will help you to store the object. Okay,
But I we can store the object like here also we are saving the object like as a dictionary or as a string or.
yeah, as how it is you can store.
Okay. So pickle is just library for storing all these
Yeah,
variables.
yeah, not variable, object.
Okay. So it is only for dictionaries.
No, 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 we can store any object. I said no, object is a common thing. Okay,
Okay.
it can be any type of object. Okay,
Okay.
it can be dictionary, it can be a new object created by you itself. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
okay, any doubts, any other?
Actually, I have one doubt. So
Yeah,
you said that key key and a value we can change it, right? That means value we can change it, right? So for example, the key has 101 and the value is 10, 20, 30, right? So if that case, suppose I want to update 10, 20 represent to 40. If that case, we can use update function.
see here, 101 colon 10, 20, 30 in the list present. Okay,
Mm.
then what we need to do, we need to add a
Actually,
40 here.
yes.
Okay, that in that case, consider this as a list. Okay, how can you add a value in the list? Using an append function, right? Now d of 101 is a list. Okay, imagine this is a list. Okay, this is a list. We can add with using append. Okay. Now this is a list here. D of 101 is a list. Append function is a function in the list. It will add the value 40. Okay. This is how you can do. Got it?
It replaced it, right?
Okay, if you want to you want to replace sorry, I just got like you need to add 40. What you need to,
Yeah,
instead of
actually, I
10?
want to, yeah, 10 replace to 20 to 40. Something middle of
Okay,
the
okay.
value I need to change.
Yeah, yeah. So okay. D of 101 is a list. Then the index for this value is 1 equal to 40. This is how you can do. Update the value. If you don't know the index of this value, what you can do is D of 101 dot index of 20. Okay, now you got it. You just combining some expressions. Okay, you need to imagine this D of 101 as a list. The list, whatever operations you have, you can do here. Okay, like assigning a value, creating a appending, or inserting, deleting, all the operations in the list you can do with by using D of 101. Okay.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Any other doubts?
Sorry, here file storage is when it comes.
File storage.
Yeah. Suppose we want to store the values into a file.
That's why we
Okay,
have pickle,
data
no?
file.
Pickle dot dump we have.
Okay.
In pickle dot dump, what we need to do is we need to give the object, okay, and the file. Let's say I will show you a demonstration. Okay, I want to store this dictionary on a file. Okay, I will just create a file like f equal to open some d dot some kind of let's say h, any values like, or itself d itself, the file. Now I want to
File name is
summarize. I
D.
want,
Sorry, here
yeah,
file
yeah,
name is D. Or
yeah, yeah,
we can use employee master data like that, no?
yeah, yeah. Whatever file you have, you can store. Okay, I'm
Okay.
just giving d. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, now pickle dot dump in function, you need to give the object that is d,
Uh-huh.
the dictionary, and the file f. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, must be str not bytes. Wait. WB. Actually, it will write the
W
data as a binary.
write and read, no?
Right
WRIT.
now, W. Now it's going to write no. That's why.
Okay.
WB means write as a binary. Okay, the pickle will store the object as a binary. No, that's why
Uh-huh.
I opened the file as WB. That means write binary.
Binary. Okay.
So here you can see the this file. Okay,
File name.
yeah,
It is
this is the
binary
file.
file or text file, sir?
Binary
Totally it
file.
is
Binary file.
binary file. Okay.
We cannot edit this.
Yeah.
Here you can see.
Yeah.
So you
Suppose
can
we
store
can use
the,
in this we can use the database like Oracle something other data. How can we use this also? We can create the tables in database. Then we can use that in this program. Otherwise, we can directly we
see,
can use create
if
the
you
file.
uh, like if you want to access the database,
Okay.
that may
Suppose
be a different
what,
concept
what so
because Yeah.
what I'm telling now. Suppose in program, in this Python program, we can create the table,
Yeah, yeah.
then this table into stored into the database. That is
Hmm.
it is possible now in this program. Directly we can create the table, then we can
Yeah.
store it to database. It is
Yeah.
possible or not?
Yeah, that's why. For the database concept we have a different methods, like for example, if you want to access a database, okay, then only we can create a table or we can add the values, okay, whatever you can run a query also. So to do that, all the things for the database, it's done by a connector, okay. That may be a different concept actually. A connector is a uh, it's a library, like for example, in Python we have for database like SQLite. For SQLite we have a library called SQLite 3. Okay, for MySQL we have PyMySQL. Okay, for like that, for all this library are a connector. Okay, from this connector, for the using the library called PyMySQL or SQLite 3, you can connect to the database and you can run a query. Okay, then you can add a value or you can create a table, you can drop a table. Okay, that's it. That may be a different concept actually. Okay, i
Okay,
will i
sir.
will show
Okay.
you that, definitely I
Okay, sir.
will show
Okay.
you. Okay,
Okay, sir.
because I
Irfan,
think yeah, yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
said like it's opening file, right?
What?
It's open. D is the file name. Do you have to specify the extension for that file? Which file you are opening? It's exe file or the dot file or which file?
It is actually a binary file, man.
Oh, okay.
We can give
So
any extension you want. Like for example,
by
let's
default,
say
which extension it takes?
what?
By
No, no, no.
default,
No, we don't have any default extension. You can give whatever you want because this is a format which pickle will understand. Okay, this type of file only the pickle will understand. You can store as pickle also, like the name itself, the pickle also you can store. Okay, as a pickle file. So then you will understand. Okay, this is a pickle file. We can read the file by using pickle library. Okay,
oh, got it.
because for
So,
every yeah.
so the D dot pickle is a different file, right? It is not third line of D dictionary, right?
Ma'am, your voice is I can't hear you. Your voice is very slow.
Yeah, got it, Irfan. Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other doubts? Actually, I think maybe in 13th session, I will tell you the database connectivity. Here, day 13. So day 13, I will explain you the all the modules which will be useful for you. Okay, and for database connectivity also. So in this day session, day 13, I will explain it to you. Okay.
Hi Irfan,
Yeah.
can you please share the sample.8 py file?
Sample.8.
Yeah,
This file.
yeah.
Oh, wait. Any other doubts you have?
Thank you.
Okay.
So, hi, Irfan. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, can we get the recording of these classes because I joined all of a sudden in the middle of and sometimes I'm not able to follow. Is there any way can I get the recordings of the class and at the same time the sample files to the can you please share it?
Actually, yeah. The recordings will be uploaded in our YouTube channel, bigdatahands-on.com. There you can see the videos. Okay. The some parts we need to be uploaded, like part 5, part 6, and part 7. Today is part 7, right? Then we'll upload all the videos in the YouTube channel, bigdatahands-on.com. Okay. There you can get all the
And
uh,
what about the files, Irfan? I mean, like sample code you are writing, right? Like what you're explaining, how to download.
yeah. I can't share the whole code, right? Because it is on the video. You can watch it in our video, because I'm just explaining all the things, like how can you create a file or writing codes in here, so you can get from the videos also.
Okay, thank you, Irfan.
Okay. Okay, any other doubts? Shall we end the session? Okay, I hope okay. So we are bigdatahandson.com, our website, bigdatahandson.com. You can visit our website. If you have any doubts, you can message in the number 978 988 424 is on the top bar, or you can email through this support@bigdatahandson.com mail address. Okay, this is our website. Now the recordings will be uploaded in our YouTube channel, bigdatahandson.com. You can subscribe to our channel, then you will get all the updates. Okay. Actually, we are taking 50 sessions. This is part 7 of artificial intelligence. Sorry. Okay, part 8, I think. Part 8. Okay. So from 14, day 14 till we'll take Python, and after that we'll go with day 15 to day 29, we'll go with machine learning, and from day 30 to day 40 we'll go with deep learning, and day 41 42 we'll go with natural language processing, and then the last one is reinforcement learning. Okay. So now we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow will be functions. Okay. Bye.